The top news headlines: JP Nadda releases BJP's Manipur Manifesto 2022 UPSPA scheduled tribe issue missing in manifesto. Chief Minister BJP indulged in organized violence out of fear for defeat in ensuing elections, alleged AICC election observer of Manipur J. Ram Ramesh. And JDU candidate of Yai School AC Thongnaujam Brinda vows to introduce peaceful policy for people with disabilities. Hello, a very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News in focus with me, CHENGLEINGANBI. The news in detail. National President of BJP, JP Nadda, who arrived at Imphal by a special flight today, released the election manifesto of the party called Manipur Manifesto 2022 for the elections to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly. The manifesto releasing function was held at the Classic Grande at Chingmairong, Mamang Laikai. Chief Minister Nongthongba Biren, Chairman of the Drafting Committee of the Election Manifesto, Union Minister of State for External Affairs and Education, Dr. R.K. Ranjan, President of BJP Manipur Pradesh, A. Sharda Devi, Member of Rajya Sabha King Sanajau Balai Semba, BJP in charge Manipur Sambit Patra, and several other important figures of the party were present at the function.
Now, to promote local tourism, we will be giving loans for developing homestay, and it will generate at least 1 lakh employment opportunities in the state, and that is how we are going to work. I have tried to, there are many highlights in this manifesto, but I have tried to touch few of them, only to reiterate that we stand for providing support to the first of all, to women, to farmers, to youth, and to support and strengthen the left out marginal section of the society.
The Yamaruina, Equidi, Manipur Samas, Mete, Naga, Koki, Mete, Bangladesh Samas, Equidi, Alasingu Yamaluna Tongo, Quixu, Adu Mamakalgi, Zatini, Aduna Quenis, the Hans in the pencil, Lupasani Sanika, Guerambasi, and polishing of Hankat people see the Anjing Harau Zagadaba, fully when implement on Hans Ibere, what we promised we delivered. Report card with photographs like there is no hanky panky. False photos, Hapsan Beade, Samson Beade. I don't know, Tony Hanky but have a photograph when a report card when I am like. I don't know, high Nasis later, the details. Sida later books in Mayam Papiro, the Honorable National President of the Highway Keeper, Lokso Keeper, Keeper Amendment, next 5 years, with the blessing of the people of the state, which were the government Sulakan and Kali, so in the 40 plus Pangaga Pesaka Semun and Kali, Masila Pagana Mayam Sepe, deliver some soy in the Praja, the Winnie Prajamian, Manipurimian, the Winnie Manuki Amendment is a really Kurumzen.
The 20-point manifesto promises to protect the territorial integrity and preserve the rights of the indigenous people of Manipur and its rich cultural heritage. It says free scooty will be provided to all meritorious girls of the state. It says girls from economically weaker sections and backward sections will be provided with an incentive of 25,000 rupees under Raini Gaindilu Nupi Mahiroi Singhi scheme. Free laptops will also be distributed to all the meritorious students passing class 12 to support their higher education, the party assures. The monthly pension for all the senior citizens in the state will be increased from 200 rupees to 1,000 rupees. However, the manifesto does not mention anything about UPSPA and scheduled tribe demand. All India Congress Committee AICC election observer of Manipur J. Ram Ramesh has alleged that the Chief Minister and BJP indulged in organized violence out of fear for defeat in the ensuing 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly elections. Jairam Ramesh made a remark with regard to a poll-related violence during the flag hosting ceremony of Congress candidate of Saikul Assembly constituency, Hinkim Haukip. Speaking to media persons at a press meet held at Congress Bhavan on BG Road today, Secretary of Election Committee of Congress candidate Hinkim Haukip, Miller Ningsen, said the election committee was making all the preparation for flag hosting ceremony of Hinkim at the playground near CMC Hospital, Koringe on February 14. The committee received a call on February 13 from a person who claimed to be a worker of the Chief Minister and restricted them from conducting any meeting at the playground and asked them to convene the meeting inside the residential complex of the candidate, following which the committee decided to conduct the meeting at the candidate's residence. On the same day, Merapaibi members of the locality came to the residence of the candidate in the evening and told the committee members that the meeting cannot be conducted at the candidate residence too. When the candidate requested members of the women organizations to conduct the meeting inside the residence, they told the candidate that the road belongs to the locals and no vehicle can be parked on the road, Miller related. He further alleged that during the flag hosting ceremony on February 14, locals of the area came and raised hand to the workers of the candidate and the son of the candidate. 3 persons sustained injuries in the incident. The locals also allegedly punctured tires of the vehicles parked in the area and pelted stones on the house of the candidate. An FIR has been registered at Haingang Police Station in connection with the incident, Miller Ningsen said. AICC election observer of Manipur, Jairam Ramesh, further alleged that the Chief Minister and BJP have committed the organized violence for 14 times in 6 different constituencies. He expressed fear that the conduct of free and fair election will be hindered considering the current political scenario in the state and maintained that it is the violation of democratic rights of the people, stating that an AICC team has called upon the CEO of Manipur in this regard yesterday. He said that complaint will also be raised to Election Commission of India. Jairam Ramesh also expressed desire for officials of civil administrations and police department to take up necessary steps at this juncture.
This is organized violence. This is not random violence. This is organized by the Chief Minister. It is organized by the BJP. It is organized because the BJP has read the writing on the wall. They know they are not coming back to power. They know that the people of Manipur will not place their trust and confidence in the BJP once again. And these are all pressure tactics. Under these circumstances, free, fair and peaceful elections are simply not possible. The police administration, the civilian administration is dancing to the tune of the Chief Minister and the BJP. And I am afraid that under these circumstances, the people of Manipur will be denied their democratic right.
Speaking to media person, Congress candidate of his Saikul Assembly constituency, Hinkim Haukip, said restrictions has never been imposed on flag hosting ceremony of any candidate in the past, stating that Manipur belongs to all. The candidates said that she condemns the violence in connections with election as a women candidate. Hinkim also expressed strong condemnation against the tracing of her workers and son by the locals. She also urged everyone to extend support to ensure the conduct of peaceful, free and fair elections.
Flag hosting numita aigi icha phao ina ising lawma thabda phubire aduguma tawbadudi aigi damakdadi aina khanbadadi yam phatte haina khalle kana oiraso in haijing ningbadi Manipur da leba makhaisi koi Manipur gi mi natra asida ama tawraga ma phonaraga chaina basidi chumde iyumda flag thepa yade aigi poster kaino tawba yade habasidi asidi yamna nungaitaba thodokni aduda adu numita thodok thokpada media su yam laye media mayam laye adubu media na kanana su thokpide asidi nupi candidate ama oina agi nupi sing su yauri aduga media sing haibsi ay ayam bakhang bakhaktani aduda aina yengi bani karigino agi yumda su thina tawbiba matam sida.
JDU candidate of Yaskul Assembly constituency, TH Brinda, has vowed to introduce a special policy for people with disabilities if she is elected in the upcoming general elections. She said this during a program titled Pre-Opinion Poll of the Candidates for the Elections to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly, organized by State Platform of Disabled People Organizations, held today at Manipur Press Club. Candidates of different political parties attended the program. Speaking on the occasion, she said, irrespective of whether it is included in JDU manifesto, she will take up steps for upliftment of disabled persons, stating that she has been working for them even before becoming a candidate. Brenda said, a society cannot develop without development of this section of people. As such, she laid emphasis on providing better education to them.
Differently able sila inyong giyadra, ang lukang itong ng uwi. Mapangal po kaya ba mas productive force ang to kaya ba makalagi differently able lamang. At kung sumukubat pang ng maroy dapat, sumang ng maroy dapat differently able lamang. At doon itara gadi, masagi, mapangal po pa, mapangal po na siyang bayaran dapat productive force o na sa tohong bayaran dapat differently able mayang do. Mo gilay, merit mo na season na mapangal area doon ay kung itakot sa miga naman special status bilang. Aduh ikaragadi mahasap ko na nabagi financial security laire at the same time kunay da suka na pa mahal. Aduh gitu na hayan ko na decision making dama sa kayawang karoy.
Taking part in the program, President of SPDPO Mohammed Yunus Khan lamented the non-implementations of the Rights of Persons with Disability Act 2016. He stressed on the need to build development structures in a way that disabled person can utilize them with ease.
Karena MLA na karena political party na disable itu tetap bukan lagi nak jauh baru dia knowledge itu ni jauh kan nanti. Ada mana knowledge itu semua mana yang ada mana yang kan ya bang. Tapi na ini rule ni jauh ni, ekor ini sahaja sinar suki amjari disable sini matam tu ni sana ba. Ano orang berkucuklah equipment piba, pre-training piba, mai sahaja matam dah, mai jangan tu berkasar punya pucuklah ini lu jauh, berkasih berkan berdisable cak lagi, kalau berdisable pucuk lagi.
As the COVID-19 pandemic in India indicates a sustained downward trend, Union Health Secretary Rajesh Bhushan has asked all the states and union territories to review and amend or end additional COVID-19 restrictions. In a letter to the states and the union territories, Bhushan said that the Union Health Ministry has revised the international travel guidelines since February 10, 2022. The Union Health Secretary also said that the government is changing the existing guidelines and aiming to minimize it with the changing epidemiology of the COVID-19 virus globally. Meanwhile, as per the instructions of the central government, the state government announced partial modifications to the January 6 COVID-19 protocol for both vaccinated and unvaccinated persons with travel history entering the state with immediate effect. The new notification stated that unvaccinated person or persons who have received only one dose of COVID-19 vaccine will be allowed entry into the state only on mandatory productions of COVID-19 negative test reports taken within 72 hours before the arrival in the state. However, persons who are fully vaccinated, that is received 2 doses with COVID-19 vaccine, will be permitted to enter the state on productions of the vaccination certificate at the entry points of the state. Chief Minister N. Biren appealed to the people to make sure that Congress, who made the people unrest for many years, does not form the government in the state again. He said this yesterday during a flag hosting ceremony for BJP candidate of Khangabok AC Kundrakpa Manja Mangang. Speaking on the occasion, he said people of the state are fully aware about the difference between the 30 years of Congress government and just 5 of BJP government. Hence, he sought people's support for the return of BJP in the elections to the 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly.
Yang ngarang nahan nong majing numita vote tare election do nong majing numita tare na ingon the CPR mayam tribal gi koi iselina uksing koi search ki ay honorable prime minister jan takti asum adum manung mak telephone kai ge dum to bi re adik mai si du soi PMO do copy sama tare copy em tare home minister amisaji tare sar samai na koi gi di manipur gi se Christian gi sin nau sin si moi engon do su memorandum pyramid aduga election commission jo pi hai sar yara di sunday si moi di search ka banina masi hapetang semtok senmin to wi di sar nungai ni sar na election commission da karida hai bi ya bol era ga di na hai bado hafta phade ba sunday da taram du monday do onthok pi rei du ni sida bu communal way ji kamai ne no ba koin hari ji bhap ta de ba masi sandoi mams
Addressing the people, BJP candidate from Khangabok AC Manjil said he appealed to the people to extend their support to Chief Minister Biren-led government in the efforts of bringing development to the state. He decided to contest in the election as a BJP candidate with an objective to make developed and peaceful AC Menjo Mangang said.
Aina tension jarabada karigumba mangda lingsin biribi ima saklabi chem saklabi ahal laman maruk mapang mayam sina nungsi biduna adongi mamal yam laba sakti ado ingon pi biduna aihaku mai pakhan biraba amasung aingon da sakti du sinarabadi honorable shem ya pam basida tung injaraga manipur sakhalan bada bharat sakhalan bada ai isa gi thawai haksang ase ai kathok jagani haina ngasi miya mamang da thamjari.
The flag hosting ceremony of Republican Party of India RPI Atwale candidate in Wangkhem Assembly constituency Dr. Nimai Chan Luang was held at the candidate's residence at Yaripok Bisnu Naha today, attended by Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment Ramdas B. Atwale. A public meeting was held at BYFY ground at Yaripok Bisnu Naha after the flag hosting ceremony. Observer of RPI Atwale Northeast Binod Nikalji, National Vice President Krishna Milan Sukla, National Secretary and State President Maheshwar Thongnaujam, State General Secretary M. Rosni Kumar, and President of RPI Atwale Wangkhem AC L. Sunil Kumar were among those present at the flag hosting ceremony jointly organized by RPI Wangkhem Mandal and Dr. Nimai Chan Luang Election Committee. Speaking at the public meeting, Union Minister of State for Social Justice and Empowerment Ramdas B. Atwale stated that RPI Atwale party, which was founded in the name of Baba Ambedkar, is also part of the central government. He stated that the party has been working for the upliftment of the poor, farmers, youths and minority communities and has been giving focus on development of education system in the country. Expressing confidence that at least 4 to 5 candidates of the party will win the elections, he said that the party will be part of the new government in the state and its candidates will even be ministers of the new government. He appealed to the people to support RPI instead of supporting Congress, which he alleged that to be indulging in family politics.
ये पार्टी महिलाओं के लिए काम करती है, ये पार्टी नौजवानों के लिए काम करती है, ये पार्टी बुजुर्गों के लिए काम करती है, ये पार्टी किसान के लिए काम करती है, ये पार्टी खेत मजदूर के लिए काम करती है, ये पार्टी लेबर के लिए काम करती है। सभी लोगों के लिए हमारी पार्टी काम करती है और इस पार्टी के संस्थापक है।
Stating that Wangkhem constituency, which has not had any minister in the past 25 years, will surely have a minister if he wins the elections, Dr. Nimai Chan Luang appealed to the people of the constituency to support him. The flag hosting ceremony of BJP candidate in Thoubal Assembly constituency Leitang Themba Center at his residence at Thoubal Bazaar religious rituals. During the ceremony, large number of people from different polling presented gifts to the candidate. BJP Thoubal Mandal and Election Committee organized the program, which was attended by its members and elders of different localities of the constituency. Flag hosting ceremony of BJP candidate in Nongba Assembly constituency Dinganglung Elias Jipu Kangmei was held at different places of the constituency. Members of 17 households from the surrounding areas from different political parties joined the BJP during the program. The flag hosting and blessing seeking was held at Lamdangmei, Beiting, Sangji and Thangal village of the constituency. Speaking on the occasion, Dipu said he had joined the electoral politics to bring a changes which has not been witnessed since the 40 years of Congress rule, particularly in Nongba AC. If elected, he promised to continue the work by MLA Gai Khangang for the peoples. With the changes in generations, he decided to compete for the betterment of the society, especially for the young youths who are the pillars of tomorrow, Dipu said.
Welcome to the Aina body language khande to on the khande wangang sananga aina sloi chibale su kokyo haina ni yam so haja ni aduga akoi ticket seat to win aba singsu ai asoi go me yam lo na piu haina aina si mafam de lecture da ai testimony on pizza.
India reported 30,757 new COVID-19 cases with 541 deaths in the last 24 hours, 0.5% higher than yesterday, as per the data shared by the Union Health Ministry. With this, the country's cumulative caseload stood at 4.27 crore and the total fatality count increased to 5.10 lakh across the country. In the last 24 hours, the active cases declined by 37,322 that brought the total active caseload to 3.32 lakh. Meanwhile, a total of 67,538 patients recovered in the last 24 hours, which brought the total recoveries to 4.19 crore across the country. Consequently, India's recovery rate stood at 98.03%. On the other hand, India has administered a total of 34.75 lakh doses in the last 24 hours, which bring the total tally of vaccine doses administered to 174.24 crore across the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate to the nations two additional railway lines connecting Thane and Diva on 18 February via video conferencing. He will also flag off two suburban trains of the Mumbai Suburban Railway, followed by his address on the occasion. Kalyan is the main junction of Central Railway. The traffic coming from north side and southern side of the country merge at Kalyan and moves towards Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj terminus. Out of the 4 tracks between Kalyan and CSTM, 2 tracks were used for slow local trains and 2 tracks for fast local, mail, express and good trains. To segregate suburban and long distance trains, 2 additional tracks were planned. The 2 additional railway lines connecting Thane and Diva, built with approximately cost of 620 crore rupees and features 1.4 km long rail flyover, 3 major bridges, 21 minor bridges, which significantly remove the interference of long distance trains traffic with suburban trains traffic in Mumbai. Now let's recap the headlines once again. JP Nadar releases BJP's Manipur Manifesto 2022, UPSPA scheduled tribe issues missing in manifesto. Chief Minister BJP indulges in organized violence out of fear for defeat in ensuing elections, alleged AICC election observer of Manipur J. Ram Ramesh. And JDU candidate of High School AC, Thongnau Brinda, vows to introduce special policy for people with disabilities. That's the end for today's News English Bulletin. Keep watching Mami TV News for more update.